Okay, well, hello.
Hello.
My name is Vicki Burow. I can't see you. But I'm the judge advisor for the state of Arizona and the state of Idaho. Just a little trivia fact for you. I'm also the judge advisor for FTC for the state of Arizona and the state of New Mexico. Fun fact. I also judge for a lot, and I mean a lot, of other states and championships. So I've done this a couple of times. I've been doing it for, what is this, our 13th year? Our 13th year or 14th year, depending on who you ask. And so I know a couple of things about judging. You might want to ask, why do I care about awards? Why do I care about awards when it's all about the robots? Because FIRST is more than robots. It's more than just winning the competition, and that's my daughter. Whoops, sorry about that, guys.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Can you take it out in the hall?
But there wasn't anyone we know.
Or it could be our... Now, you may or may not want to take a picture of this. When we come around to the pits, we're going to ask you different questions. We're going to ask you about awards based on team attributes and awards based on the machines. And the different questions that we ask are going to differ depending on their nature. If they're based on the team attributes, they could be these. Or if they're based on the machine, they're based on these. If they're submitted awards, they aren't going to be asked at all. We are never going to ask questions in the pits about Chairman's Award. So if you say, Vicki, but I know you ask me questions in the pits about Chairman's. No, we don't. The Chairman's Award is based solely on the interview process in the Chairman's interview room and the submittal. You got the NASA award, right? Okay, because you are a rookie team, you aren't going to interview for the Chairman's Award. But next year, if you get the NASA award, you probably will. Are you guys going to interview for the Chairman's Award? Probably?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to talk about that later on. But you're never going to answer questions for the Chairman's Award. You're going to say, but Vic, I know a lot of those questions are the same. And we'll talk about that later. Those are team attribute awards. And you ask, what are these? This and this. Those are what we call the cultural awards. Those are the awards that go ahead. I don't mind if you take
I just wanted to
not a problem.
make you not feel like you had to step back so far.
Well, I'm just so tall and imposing. It happens all the time. I am 5 feet.
You were
Of
tall
fury.
enough to block the entire left column, so I moved.
Oh my gosh, really? Come on in. Come on in and join us.
I've got more. Sit.
Come on in. Do you guys need anything?
Nope. Nope.
Go ahead and take pictures if you want, not a problem. So anyway, the ones with the asterisks are cultural awards, and that's because they affect the culture, all over culture of FIRST, and they can get you to championships. So those are the biggies. However, they are all the same. They're just as big and they're just as shiny and they look just as great on your shelf, right? Right? So if you get the Gracious Professionalism or the Imagery Award, it's just as big as any of these other, okay? Now, I'm gonna sit down because I really can't see. And I have to be able to read. Now, if you go to, when you're at the actual event, train anyone who will be in the pit on the information that you're going to want to know to give to the judges. If you have any questions, make the pit crew small, but if you have any questions, put information on a piece of paper so that they will be able to give it to the judges, all right? Don't be afraid to get team members who know the particular information. I'm sorry, what's your name?
Jackson.
If Jackson knows the information and Tatum doesn't, say, I don't have that particular information, but I will get Jackson for you. Okay, let the students do the talking. Emily is fabulous, but she's a mentor, and we don't want to hear from her. We want to hear from the students, all right? When I send my judges to your pits, I'll say, that's lovely, Emily. Let's pretend you're all on the same team just for a moment. I'll say, that's lovely, but let's hear from Jackson and Tatum right now, okay? Let's set up a schedule so that all the students get to, rotate. Come on, sit down, it's all good.
I'm gonna go to see if I can get a piece of that one, the game analysis. My guys are
Perfect, no problem. Also, the judges get to look at all the information before the doors open on Friday. So if you want to, set up information so that we can look at things. It never hurts, right? Don't forget to look at information, the judges' questions in your dashboard, because the members are being judged at all times. We can follow you anywhere but the bathroom.
What do you mean by judges' questions in the dashboard?
I believe that there are judges' questions in the dashboard, unless they changed things and took those out. But there are probably
Just like our first dashboard where like our team info is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I
If
haven't seen them, but I don't know. Okay.
Hi. I can't. I had vision surgery. Are you guys more experienced? Is there still information on judges' questions in the dashboard, or have they changed that?
To be honest, I absolutely no clue. This is
I'm not
first.
sure.
Okay, not a problem. I get that. I understand that. But I know that there are questions and a lot of information in the manual. A lot
Which
of
we'll get tomorrow.
information.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
And you're going to get sick of me saying, read your manual. But if you don't know the information, don't be afraid to say, I will get it for you. There's information that one kid will know that the other won't. And I'm going to come up as a judge and say, I need to know this. Can you tell me la, la, la? If you say, I don't know, and just stand there, not such a good reflection on your team. If you say, I don't particularly know, but I can get that information, such a good reflection on your team. Also, that's good information to know for later. If you stand there at a job and say, I don't know, to the boss, what do you think he's going to say? What do you think she's going to look at you later? If you say that, and if she says, I'm not sure, but I'm going to look into it and get that information to you, who do you think is going to be promoted? Mm-hmm. Remember that for later. So if you can point to specific systems that make your robot successful, that's good to know. Because I want to know what makes your robot more successful than their robot. And you can say, well, I don't know what their robot does. Come on. It really, that's not what I'm asking. I'm not asking you to know their robot. I want you to say, I think my robot is the bomb diggity because it does this and this and this. I want you to say, I'm really proud of this particular part of it. You know, we made this, and yes, the first 3 iterations were not that great. I get that. But then we made the articulating arm and it does make stuff up, whatever. No, don't make stuff up. Don't make stuff up. But, you know, tell me how it does this now instead of just this, okay? Whatever you come up with. Judges understand that it doesn't work correctly the first time, or even maybe the first 3 times. You know what I'm talking about, right? Right? Okay, so you might know a short list of the basics, and that's good to know. If you don't, have a piece of paper that has that. Maybe have it laminated standing there. If you don't remember it, have a cheat sheet. There's nothing wrong with cheat sheets. If someone's not there, have the information there. What if you only have 7 people on your team? You know, 3 people on your drive team, other people who are scouting, have the information in your pits so that I don't have to chase you down. Think about this. Oh, holy cow. All right, I did skip over one. All right, general tips for talking to judges. I know we can be a little intimidating, not me because I am not that tall, but other people are intimidating. Other people who don't show up with candy for you. We are here for you. We want you to win awards. We want you to put your best foot forward. Smile. Okay, it's hard to tell with the little masks and everything, but I get that. If you're a little nervous, just say, oh, I'm nervous. And we understand. Enunciate and talk louder than you think you have to. I've been to all the rock concerts. Assume that we're deaf, okay? Assume that you have to talk louder than you think you do, because it's going to be noisy. Who's going to NAU? Who's going to Chaparral? All right? It's going to be noisy. There's going to be a lot of background noise. And I'm going to have to walk up and go, what? What? I'm sorry, what? If I have to keep doing that, I'm not going to be able to understand you. And if I can't understand you, I don't get your information. And after a while, we're just going to walk away. If I don't get all your information, you might not get the awards you're destined to win. You understand what I'm saying? So, enunciate and talk louder. Assume that we're deaf. And keep stuff out of your mouth. Fun fact, one time in Texas, it was an afternoon, and it was after lunch, and this dude was just sitting there, and he had, I am not making this up, he had a tool in his mouth, a pair of rusty pliers, and his team captain was trying to give me information, but I couldn't pay attention because this dude had a pair of rusty pliers in his mouth. Do you know how aggravating that was? Because he's just sitting there dorking around going, And I'm all, Trevor, take the pliers out of your mouth. He's all, what? I can't pay attention. Don't be Trevor. And she had to tell him 3 times, Trevor! They got no awards because I could not pay attention to what she was saying. Don't be Trevor. Get the gum out of your mouth. Get off the phone. Take the pliers out of your flipping mouth. Okay? So, it's distracting and it's not what we want to see. Practice your elevator speech. There is one team that I know that makes people stand on a chair and say, hello, my name is, and I do this on the team. What is the part on your robot that you're most proud of?
I have yet to fill it out. This might be I'm most proud of.
Stand up.
I'm most proud of the arm that I made on my robot.
That is fantastic. Now tell me how wonderful it is.
It has multiple actuators that allow it to have multiple degrees of movement.
I can't understand you.
It has multiple actuators that allow it to have multiple degrees of movement.
That's what I want to hear the first time. You are fantastic. Take some candy. All right, that's what I want to hear, and I want to hear it the first time. Come up here. You. Come up here. What's your name, and what do you do for the team?
I am Lars and I'm a coder.
Louder.
Lars and I'm a coder.
What team do you work for?
3577.
Fantastic. What's the team?
I'm Sing Robotics.
Awesome. Take some candy.
Thank you.
All right, come on up. What's your name?
My name is Brennan.
Louder.
My name is Brennan. I'm in Team 3277, Six Robotics, and I'm one of 2 I'm a co-head fabricator.
Right on. Right on. And what do you fabricate? What are you the best at?
I'm the best at,
Convince me.
my particular specialty would likely be the fabrication of projectile style parts, such as the pea shooter from our last robot, which we enabled a motor as well as a roller system to propel large objects.
Yes, you
into the
did.
world.
All right. When are you going to make me a t-shirt cannon?
I can get working on that right now.
Take 2.
Thank you.
All right. Come on up. Louder. Come on up.
My name's Tatum. I'm a
Turn
member.
around.
Hi, Tatum.
My name's Tatum. I'm a member of 1165 Team Paradise. I'm not entirely sure what my part is on the team because we haven't started building our robot yet, but I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Awesome. In the back. Come on up.
My name's Jonathan. I am also a programmer for Team 3577 in our game Sing Robotics.
And what programming language do you use?
Java.
And why did you choose that?
Because I already knew Java before I started doing programming for the team.
I like it. Go ahead. Thank you very much. And have you come up?
No.
Come on up. Louder.
My name is Tyler. I'm on team 3577. I'm a welder.
I like it. I like it very much. Do you do spot welding?
No.
Teeny tiny spot welding?
No.
Big welding?
Yeah, typically.
Very nice. And how does that help the team? Tell Emily right there.
Oh gosh. I don't know. We haven't started building yet this year.
But it's going to do fantastic
It's gonna be
things,
great.
right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
It's very nice. Take 2. No candy for you?
No, thank you.
All right. Emily, come on up. These are your elevator speeches, and I want you guys to practice. Please.
What is my elevator speech? I have to have a question.
What do you do for the team?
What is your name and what do you do for the team?
My name is Emily, and I am the lead mentor for Rookie Team 8745, and I do everything that's not technical.
We love our rookie teams. That is awesome. All right. Now, if you practice that and just come up with all kinds of questions and practice every meeting, you guys will become a lot more proficient in answering questions, and crazy people like me will not freak you out. But if you can differentiate yourself and your robot, you will be miles ahead of the other teams, okay? Keep your handouts and supports simple, but tell me, what makes you miles apart from all the other teams? You know the fabulous Vic bots? Everyone has heard of my imaginary team, the fabulous Vic bots. Right, everyone has heard of them, right? Right? Okay, my imaginary team is the best in all the land, except for your team, right? So you say, oh, how can I compare against the fabulous Vic bots? Well, we did do this one thing, and it was pretty cool. So put your handouts together, and if someone was not in the pits, put it out there. Make a handout in big letters, because you know those judges are absolutely blind. Little eye surgery humor, sorry about that. Okay, but highlight the stuff that you like best. If I come up to you and go, what do you like best about your robot? I want to be able to see it on your handouts, okay? You guys can do that. You should be able to focus on all of those elements. If you want to take pictures of all of this, you can do it. I don't care. Why not? If you practice, you can talk to the judges. If you have questions, not a problem. Make sure all of the members understand the awards being targeted. If you want a particular award, practice for it. Or have your mentor call me. I'm not giving out my phone number to children, sorry about that. But have your mentor contact me. You know what? I'll show up at your practice. And I'll answer all kinds of questions, except for giving you the rubric. Sorry, that's one way to get fired. But remember your gracious professionalism and your core values, okay? You can definitely lose an award by not using your gracious professionalism. Document everything and be able to provide evidence. If you tell me you have started a team or you have mentored a team, if you say you are mentoring Emily's rookie team, then you better be able to have backup evidence or a thank you note from Emily or something to be able to back it up. There are all kinds of rules from FIRST defining those terms, and you guys know what they are. If you have any questions, let me know. All right? Don't worry about giving copies of evidence to every set of judge that drop by. If you want to, you can, but that's a lot of paper, okay? That's a lot of paper. You can, if you want, have it at the pit. Or if you want to give copies, we will make sure it gets back to you because you guys work very hard. Welcome all judges. Behave with gracious professionalism. Prepare. Most teams will only go to one event. If you go to more than one event, I say that's awesome, fantastic, but hard to do. Discuss your impact and why what you've done is important. Am I interrupting anything?
No, sir, we're just discussing.
Not a problem. Give the judge as much information as possible, but realize we have a limited amount of time. I'm going to give each judge a list of teams to attend to. At NAU, there's going to be 42 teams and 22 judges. That means each judge has to visit a big fat number of teams every morning, every afternoon. Okay? So there's a teeny tiny window of time that they have with each team. Sorry about that. I mean, I wish there was a lot more time with each team. I would love that. They would love to get to know you a lot more. It's just not possible. Sorry. However, if you practice, you can give them the germane information in a succinct format. That's why I ask you to practice. Make sense? All right. Let us know if you are not there. Let us know where you are, or put the information out in your pit. Please do not exaggerate or take credit. You would never do that. You guys are smart. You would never do such a thing. Or play the numbers game without documentation. It's a bad idea. You'll get busted. Or just answer, I don't know. It's okay to say, I don't know, but I will get you the information. Memorize that answer because it will serve you well in life. And don't rest on your laurels, because just because you did it 3 years ago, I don't care. I want to know, what have you done for me lately?